In this episode, join me and the team as we have dinner and catch up at TISIRI in Coburg. We just talk about what we've been doing over the past couple months, what it's taken from me and my experiences in going full-time in OKIRU. We also chat with Yusuf, the owner of Indulge Waffles, and share a bit about his story. Listen now to our conversation. So we're in Coburg, the Coburg corner. It's just a bunch of food trucks. Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
The man himself.
The man himself, Abdul.
No, it's a cool spot. Like this
yeah.
corner, there's a lot of food trucks around. On a Wednesday night, I'm pretty impressed with just the constant flow of traffic, but it's especially love for the TISIRI boys too. Hey, everyone else is empty. It's a ghost town. But this corner is where the party's happening.
Yeah.
It's like testament to the relationships they built, because everyone that goes
Yeah.
past is like, hey, son, man, what up?
Maybe we had them on the podcast. When was it? Last year?
I think it was last year, yeah.
Early, mid
Do you
last
remember
year.
the conversation?
Oh,
Just how they started,
how they started, and then
working together as a team.
yeah, how's it like working as a team, but also working as friends.
As mates,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, cool.
And the journey to buy a food truck during COVID, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember it was a really good episode. Shout
Some
out
of the
Mr.
experiences
Allen.
they had. God damn, this is good.
Oh, so this is lemon fries.
Yeah. How do you think? What do you think?
It's just like
Tasty, right?
Yeah,
It's tasty.
it's so tasty. It just surprises you. You're just eating this fries like, ooh.
The audio is just going to
Huh?
be
That's all the audio you hear, right? Just us eating.
What are you-
and guys, us just going,
But yeah, I think how's everyone feeling? How's everyone going? I think this was the intention for today was kind of to catch up, right? And record this conversation and share and give a little bit of insight on where we're kind of going, the direction we're kind of at. Yeah, just checking in with you boys. How you guys doing?
I'm interested to start with you and seeing how full-time OKIRU life is
Oh, yeah.
going. Because your
True.
content creation, your the product and your creativity, I can see it's coming out of you. It's bursting.
It's bursting. It is.
Like in the car with Liz was driving and you're like the princess in the passenger seat. But that thing you drew, the blue dude.
Oh, that was Spider-Verse, Miles Morales. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the
No,
movie.
not yet.
The animation is just absolutely beautiful. There's just a lot of different styles. And I think that specific style caught my eye because it's so dark, it's so edgy, and the way they had the lighting on the characters adds so much emotion. So I was just inspired by that, and just letting myself be free, right? Because I had that realization at my trip in the Philippines, and after working at a startup as a graphic designer, I realized that I'm not a graphic designer, I'm an artist at my very core. So I did let myself be free when I was in that role as a graphic designer, because a lot of it limited my abilities and what I could do as a creator. And so now, obviously taking full time, it takes a lot of discipline because I don't answer to anyone, right? I answer to myself, really. And it's just it's a bit hard that having full independence of your life, because it's easy to become, I guess, lazy in a sort of way, and to take things so easy that you don't do anything. But yeah, no, it's been good because it's kind of testing and challenging me in thinking of ways, how can we generate and create an income through what we're doing, right? That's what I'm constantly thinking of, because I don't have that safety.
Yeah.
I don't have that safety anymore of a weekly paycheck, of that security of hey, even if you fuck up this week, you still have work next week, you're still gonna get paid. That doesn't happen, right? So it's just like jumping on every opportunity. I was talking to Will about this yesterday because we're pretty much in the same position. Will from Good Ideas is when you're hungry, like you will find a way to eat.
Yeah.
And that's where we are. Like we are starving right now. So it's just like looking at every opportunity as a way to also help us elevate us and help us rise up, but also how can we get paid, get rewarded for the things that we're doing. So yeah, that's what I'm going through in my mind. I'm gonna release a blog soon about this whole decision,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. I'll be
And
there.
it's called the red pill, blue pill decision, right? From inspired by the Matrix. That's talking about that, like it's not for everyone. You know, like this decision is for those who are willing to really go through struggle and take incredible risks that no one else understands.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's that all-in mentality. Like you've committed to it, now you have to go all in and
exactly,
make sure it succeeds. Like,
exactly right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's challenging because right now our only revenue is through our apparel, right? And I think what it takes is building skills on what you can do and to kind of widen that net of things that can help us like grow, live our life. So yeah. But that's what I'm saying, like when I think of these opportunities, I'm thinking of how can we help elevate people and their brand and their business. So yeah, so one thing I want to try to do is whenever we go to these spaces, any businesses or friends that we have like who are doing something cool, just take a video, promote them, and then that's us like
rising
rising together, building our skill set, but also showing like this is the stuff we do, right? We're creators at the end of the day. So I took shots of Good Ideas yesterday. I'll create a video. I'll create a video for that probably next week, but also gonna keep with the podcast as well.
Video, but I would love to hear narration and your take on it as well, right? Seems to be the most engaging kind of content is those with narration over it, because you tell the story and you tell it with voice and then we see the imagery.
Yeah,
So it's pretty much a step in your shoes and what you see.
exactly. Yeah, and I think that's what we're doing, right? At the very essence of what we're doing, everything falls under our pillars. Rising together, sharing stories, that's our mission. We're sharing our story by helping other people rise up, by, you know, promoting them and showing them that our audience might not know about these people as well, right? But how many people know their story too? So yeah, look, I think it's cool to be in the position I am doing this full time, but it's also very scary.
Yeah.
But it's so good, even just the past 2 weeks or so, you can see the content elevation go up just because you're just taking so much action on these things. Even today, that video that just came out, we're talking about how we wanted to do a collaboration with
Design. Yeah.
and then the video just popped up and I'm like, oh damn, Jasper's like, not even, like, just going in like action straight away, like boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh damn. And it's a good video as well, so I was like,
Can someone show me? Can you show me the video? I haven't seen it yet. I don't have Instagram on my phone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I can tell people about my cocaine phone later.
Bring it up.
The soundtrack to the videography is just such a beautiful capture of the art and the presence of the place.
yeah, exactly.
Now
So-
I want to visit.
Visit. What I was actually thinking of.
Is our board there?
Huh?
Is our board there?
Yes, our board's there currently. So our question board is at Yazine. The question that's up is what's something you've realized, right? Definitely go out. I was gonna say if you boys want to do like a session with her, like do a workshop
Yeah,
where we experience what it's like to paint on chocolate.
yeah, I'm down.
And yeah, I think it's only like $45 or something like that, $50. But it'll be good for us to like experience it and then You get a piece of art at the end of it. You can eat it if you want. But that's something.
Eat the paint?
No, it's actually chocolate paint. It's edible.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This changes everything.
But that's one of the reasons why, like, I pitched that idea to her. I won't say what the idea is, but I think that's something, a potential of the things we can do is like pointing out points in someone's business and like creating that as a way of helping them elevate and generate more profit or whatever it is, right? And I think somehow we can collaborate our exercises in those workshops somehow, right? Because they are team building sessions at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The question we have to ask ourselves is like, what's next,
What's next?
for us? And I guess where I want to start is, what is the goal for this year?
For the rest of the
Individual goals for you guys. What are things that you want to accomplish this year?
year. Man, that's such a good question because I've just been head down, just grinding this whole year. And I've come to a place where I've acknowledged that I'm well and truly burnt out, right? And that was the one thing I wanted to avoid this year because I had so many projects on, so many things to do. And when I told myself, no more things, I started playing footy.
Yeah.
Which is like a massive commitment in itself, right? And I constantly find myself double booked, triple booked. And I'm running from one place to the other to get to the next thing, to meet the next person and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's just not on. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm killing myself. And it's a gradual realization over months and many months actually.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of feel the hints of burnout, and then you're like, nah, you've rested for a bit, and then it goes away. But you haven't filled the tank or the well. I'm calling it the well of energy, the spring. I haven't filled it up to a sustainable level. So you always like tap into it, tap in, and it just like depletes it. But I've just been focusing on the basics. Look, I bought a new phone.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've done is gotten rid of social media on the new phone. And so this is my kale phone. It's good for me, but it changes everything when I'm working. And you go and you look at your phone, sometimes you just want to check a reel that someone sent you.
Yeah.
And the next minute you lose 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You're like, fuck, where did that time go?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. You get trapped so hard. But then my new phone, I look at it, I'm like, oh, there's nothing to do here. All right,
Yeah.
put it down. And within 2 minutes, it's down and I'm back to work, right? So it's just more efficient, more focused. That has been a trouble for me these past few months as well, because my mind is just always needs to be stimulated and going to the next thing, right? I've rediscovered my meditation practice in the last week. So slowly just sitting there, just doing fuck all, right? And sleeping right. Because the phone leads to extension and it keeps you awake. Like these are all basic things that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's a journey, right? That's just where I'm at the moment. So I don't like the word balance. I like the word integration and cohesiveness as well.
Yeah.
Which is I'm trying to rediscover what I'm trying to discover what mix I want in my life.
Yeah, I don't really like the word balance as well. I think I like the word harmony better.
Ooh.
Because it's just like, you think of music, right? Like you have a different variety of instruments for a band. Everyone's not like playing at the same level, right? No one's playing at the same frequency. Everyone's playing different frequencies so that you can create a beautiful harmony. And I think that's where I kind of like, I think I got this from like Kevin Hart or something. This idea of harmony is better than balance. And I think we've talked about this as well throughout our other podcasts, but we all have the different values in our life, right? We have our personal, we have our work, we have our family, we have our partners, friendships, whatever. If you put all that on the same frequency everything's even and equal, like you're not gonna get anything done. You spread yourself thin, right? And it's almost like the energy that you have points every day in your life, how much you're gonna spend on your work, how much you're gonna spend on your family. And then some days that changes, like maybe on the weekend you spend more time on your family and your friends, spend less time on your work. And now you have this harmony that happens with your life as well. And in saying that, it's not always gonna be the same, and things are always gonna change. And that's why it's something I learned from Richard, really, is we're only gonna be in one place ever in our life, and that's the present. We're never gonna be in the past, we're never gonna be in the future. So it's like sometimes we think of, I remember last week, this way was working so well, this schedule or whatever, it might not be the same this week, right? You've already compared your present day to what you've done in the past. But those things always change. So yeah, I think really reminding myself every day to be present where I am has been one of the best things, but one of the most challenging, because you might be spending time with your partner and all of a sudden you're just thinking about what's next. You're just thinking about,
what do
what do I have to do today?
Yeah.
What can I get done to elevate us tomorrow?
The mission.
You know?
Yeah.
And even I fall myself in that trap, because I've been forcing myself every day now to go to the sauna, go to the gym, go on the treadmill. But all I can think about is I can't wait to get back to work. I can't wait to sit in front of the computer and start working. And sometimes it's even more painful when you're thinking of that in the moment, because the sauna feels longer, the treadmill feels longer, the exercise feels longer, because all you're thinking about is, what am I going to do after this?
Yeah.
And it's that challenge of just sitting there in the sauna, listening to the audiobook, listening to that podcast, or just sitting there in silence and just being there, that helps your body kind of rest in a way, because you've kind of forced yourself to and training yourself as a practice to just be here right now. So yeah, I don't know, I was more in a spiel, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just, there's so much distraction, right? There's
There is. It's so much
it's
distraction.
so easy to get on your phone. So easy to, if you're gonna do something, you have another thing going on at the same time. You're watching TV, you're on your phone as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, double device, three
Double
devices.
device, yeah.
You got your laptop, your phone, and then TV. So
Yeah.
I don't do that, but
overstimulation.
I do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get overwhelmed these days.
Yeah.
Right, with obviously everything that's trying to get your attention, but you setting expectations on yourself to do things and achieving and saying yes because you don't want to let people down.
Yeah.
But by saying yes too much, you sacrifice pieces of yourself.
Exactly.
And then that's what I'm realizing. And I hate the word self-care, but self-care is the word.
Self-care is
and
the
balance, although we don't like the word, it is the word as well, right? But I like how you reference it as harmony. Because when you think of balance, you think of a scale and it's quite two-dimensional.
word. Yeah.
But then when you think of harmony, you think it in...
Things moving together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multi-dimensional.
It's like synergizing, you know? It's just flowing in a way. And I think it comes back, I think the better word to say is that equanimity.
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 You know, you brought that up in the podcast, I remember that one time. And I think I prefer that over balance, because nothing is the same, but you just put yourself in this state where you're almost neutral, I guess. I don't know if I'm explaining that right.
The neutrality
Yeah.
of it. No positive or negative opinions.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You're just observing what is present. and in the present moment. When you're saying be here now, one of my favorite, I don't know how to call him, a guru, a wizard, Ramdas. I love the word wizard, but
You like wizard magic,
the ethereal.
the
yeah.
ethereal,
That's me.
fantastical words.
But one thing I'm missing in my life is wonder and awe. Wonder and awe.
Wonder and awe.
From, look, because although I used to travel a lot, and I feel caged in Melbourne,
Right.
and it's not the right feeling, and it's just the yearning to explore. Right, I've been putting it off, so yeah, I'm just trying to work out a master plan at the moment, so how
Yeah.
I can fuse all of this in. Like, you going full time has inspired me, man. Like, my thoughts, I'm like, fuck, I need to sell my house. I need to go all in so I can feel this urgency that,
Yeah.
and no safety net as well. Right.
Like I said, it's a very scary feeling. It's not for everyone.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah. But if you understand the risks and are willing to go through the risks and make sacrifices, then maybe it's time to think about something like that, right? Maybe it is something to consider. And I know, like, that the position I'm in is not ideal for a lot of people. It's a very scary time to be in this position as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think I have so much faith, so much belief, and we've seen it from what we do, we've heard it from what people say, that to me it's just like, why aren't I doing this full time? You know, why aren't I just going all in, right? For me, like, it's that if I quit now or at any point, I've given up not only on myself but on these people who have shown that belief in us, in what we do.
Yeah.
And look, that podcast you shared with Bobby 100, we are in such a similar, I guess, journey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I think we've never seen anyone as a competitor. We've always seen how we can elevate and rise together. That's the similarity we have.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been community first. We have at periods of time wanted to sell our apparel, but mainly we've wanted to sell the story that we're sharing
Yeah.
and how we can share more of those stories, you know, and how we can get rewarded for it. Because at the end of the day, we do these things, yes, for the people, but we also have to feed ourselves. We also have to provide for our own families, and we gotta do that somehow, right? So yeah, look,
But it comes back.
Yeah.
I think if you add so much value in the world rewards you
yeah,
Yeah.
for adding that value, right?
yeah.
So it's finding a way to consistently add value to the world, to
Yeah.
people, to our community.
Yeah, to our community,
To our
right?
growing community. And so look, I'm inspired by, Bobby Hundreds. And where I found out about that podcast was kicking back with the Level Asian crew. And that's what all they're doing at the moment. They're just elevating the voices around them, right?
Yeah,
And because of that, a lot of things, right? They're linked in and tapped in to the latest and greatest and all the up and comers. And that's what we always wanted to do, right?
They had
Exactly.
that guest that recently from the speaker. Have you seen their latest guest?
No.
I don't remember who the name of that. He's like he teaches how to speak and stuff like that.
Vin
Vin,
Jang.
yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Damn, I can't believe they got that guest. I was like,
Yeah, he's huge.
insane.
He's massive.
how's it going, bro?
Yeah,
we're
we're just having a chat.
Yeah, having a chat. Come join us.
What are you guys talking about?
Just kind of
about
our
life.
journey and like just catching up on life.
what's your
Hey
name?
everyone,
How are you, bro? What's your name?
I'm Yusuf, I'm the waffle
Yusuf
guy.
Jasper.
You're the waffle
Jasper?
guy.
Waffle guy.
Liam.
Liam,
Gerald.
Gerald?
Yeah, Gerald.
Gerald, Liam, Jasper.
Nice to meet you, Yusuf.
Wow, you guys will meet up after a long time or whatever.
No, we actually have a business together. and we do OKIRU. So
OKIRU?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is our
so it's our apparel.
brand.
But what we do is we also do a podcast where we share people's stories to connect our communities together.
What story are you sharing today? Is everyone's?
Kind of about our story right now. Yeah,
About OKIRU?
Yeah,
a
we're
little
just
bit.
catching up,
Yeah, just catching up.
I
Yeah,
think it's a podcast. I wrote it on my phone on me.
you should jump on sometime, man.
Oh, the waffles, the waffle guy.
The waffle guy.
There was Spotify, like Apple Podcast.
Yeah, we got Spotify, bro. Both
YouTube, Instagram,
OKIRU right together.
follow all our socials.
Rise together.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. A lot of episodes, 57 episodes so far.
Yes, sir. And maybe you can be on
They're
60.
all long as well.
they're not Joe Rogan.
So tell us about your waffle place.
Alright, well, where's the mic? Are you all
We're,
mic'd
we're,
up
we're
right now?
gonna mic this guy up,
yeah,
man.
that's gonna
Wait. I'm gonna mic you up, bro. Jump on.
We have like 5 minutes to go. I want rapid fire questions, alright?
All right, there we go. Rapid fire questions.
Do I speak into it?
Yeah.
Alright, question number 1, go ask me.
Yusuf, what's
Yes.
your full name, Yusuf?
My full name is Yusuf Alesi. Fun fact, I actually spelled my name different to how it is on my birth certificate.
Oh.
Birth certificate is 1 S, I put 2 S's. Y-U-S-S-E-F. Next
Why is
question. Why is that? I think it looks cooler.
Yeah?
That's all it is. I always thought Yusuf was a bit too short.
Where are your family from, Yusuf?
Well, they're from Egypt and yeah, it's all Egyptian. And then my mum is Palestinian. And then I was just born here.
Past Indian?
Yeah.
Okay, how did your parents meet?
They both came to Australia the same year, or same like month I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And then somehow they went to the same mosque and the dad met, well, he met the dad of the woman, of my mum, and they just met over there.
Amazing.
Kind of cool, yeah.
It's met at the mosque, so you don't hear those stories these days, right?
He met her dad at the mosque and he was like, oh yeah, I got a daughter that just came. He was like, oh yeah, tell me more. And then that's where it happened. I'm 22.
Huh?
I'm 22 now.
22?
22 in April.
Yeah.
This is cool, man.
What, 22?
Yeah, it feels
It's a young
good.
man.
Young man, is this your business?
Yes.
Wow.
My second one.
Second business?
I had an ice cream truck actually.
Right.
Cool.
Tell us the
Actually,
journey.
outside. I'm scrolling on Gumtree one day,
Yeah.
and well, first of all, I'm in uni at this time,
Really?
studying astro and theoretical physics,
Wow.
and I'm like, man, this was before COVID. This was 2019,
Yeah.
end of 2019, end of 2019. That's correct, yeah. And I'm scrolling and I see this on Gumtree. I just love, you know how you go on Facebook Marketplace all the time, and you just look at shit you want to buy, but you can't be fucked. You look at cool cars, you look at shoes, everything.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm like, an ice cream truck. And I'm like, that's not bad. So I message her just for fun. I messaged just for fun at the start. But she takes me serious. I'm like, oh shit, I've got to step up now. So I read up more about it. I'm like, oh shit, you can actually make some money over here.
Yeah.
I read up more, but I don't have 50 grand in my pocket. Like I'm 19 years old. So I tell her, I'll sell a financer from you. I'll pay you 50 grand over 1 year. I'll give you like 15 grand now, and then 50 grand over 1 year. And if I miss a payment, just take your truck back. And she was like, oh yeah, sounds
Bet
good,
on
I'll do
yourself,
that.
bro.
That was a bad idea. I should have said that. I should have just been like, I'll pay you back, I promise. But I was like, all right, I'll give you, because she was like, oh, I don't know, you're a young kid,
Yeah.
first time. And she's like, all right, I'll do it. I was like, oh, man. So I bought the truck from her. And after I bought it, I was like, man, what the fuck am I doing? Because I don't know shit about ice cream. I don't know shit about fucking desserts and business and anything. I'm like, man, I have a bit of a panic. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna lose 50 grand. I'm going because I'm gonna take a truck. I'm gonna lose 10 grand.
Yeah.
Eventually, I get my shit together. It was already a business beforehand.
Right.
But the owner of that business was different to the owner of the actual truck. It was owned by Yoga Addiction, and Amanda owned the van. I talked to the Yoga Addiction lady, talking to her, and she says I want $500 monthly for you to use my brand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, your brand's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
It looks like
Exactly,
shit, bro. Like
yeah,
you've got one truck, it's not really a brand. You've just wrapped the truck with your name.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, all right. I'm like, all right, yeah, get out of here. Anyway, I sell my car and I get the van wrapped. I had a nice 2008 Audi A4, which had an oil problem, by the way. The way I sold that was I putting just thicker oil inside. That's a fun fact for you
Oh
guys.
shit.
Sold that, wrapped the van. It's actually outside now. And I was like, all right, time for me to go. I called it Frogo, frozen yogurt on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait for them a little bit. Long story short, I started getting events from Melbourne Uni, from RMIT, from Monash,
Yeah.
and so on from then on. I built up a lot from ads. I read books all the time. I work
Yeah.
like 16 hours a day. I'd actually sleep in the floor of the van when I go to long scale events.
Wow.
Like when I have an event in New South Wales, I'd sleep there for like 3 days. And I just keep working and working and working. I've got customers. Can you give me a minute?
Yeah, all good, all good. Go, go, go. Wow.
What the fuck?
What just happened?
What just happened, right? It just happened because we were sharing a story, got intrigued, got curious, and it was like, cool.
No, he was curious about
Yeah.
us, and then we were curious about him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the one thing that I noticed is that ever since we started this, it's been like a magnet to people that are just kind of chasing that same dream, same
Yeah.
path.
Yeah.
And it's just
all
like-
young hustlers, man.
Once you go out there, people are like, "Well, what are you doing? What's going on here?" Or like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They just gravitate. We just gravitate to these certain people.
Exactly, right? It's that you give back comes to you as well. Like you said,
Karma.
karma
What goes around comes around.
goes around, comes around.
What did you say his ice cream business was? What's the name?
Yo,
of it? Froyo?
Frogo.
Frogo,
Oh,
Frogo.
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 Frozen yogurt on the go.
Ah,
Yeah.
Frogo.
Whoa. Oh, it's getting a bit cold, a bit chilly as well.
Well, that's why we got our
We
fisherman's
got,
beanie.
got a fisherman's beanie to keep our heads warm, but I think we need those gloves there.
What gloves?
We need some gloves to keep our hands and fingers warm.
Puffer jacket. I don't want a
Puffer
puffer
jacket.
jacket.
No glove, no love.
No glove, no love. Man, where were we? Yeah, it'd be cool to have and listen to his story.
At
as
22
well.
years old, that's a completely different world.
Yeah.
Like, we grew up completely different.
Yeah.
We've got 3 minutes, 22 seconds left, all right?
All right, 3 minutes, 22 seconds left.
Yes, anyway, I'm traveling all
Yeah.
over Victoria. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going Shepparton, I'm going Anglesey, I'm going this, there, and that. You're learning a lot because it's kind of you alone.
Yeah.
Ash had a small teddy bear that I put on the chair next to me. His name was Cornelius. And I talked to him all the time. 'Cause Cornelius needed no water, no food, never talked back,
Yeah.
never told me hey, it's a bad idea. He'd always agree with me for some reason.
Yes, man.
Yeah, the yes man, exactly, the yes man. This goes on for about 2 years.
Yeah.
We get shut down for the first year because of COVID. So Van's kind of sitting at home. I'm just reading more and more and more and
Yeah.
more and more. This year, I finished off summer with a bang, but it gets kind of cold. I'm like, shit, I got all
Yeah.
this money. What am I going to do with it? And I'm like, I always wanted to do waffles from the start. From the start, I always wanted to do a waffle truck.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder. So ice cream,
Yeah.
fun fact, guys, ice cream is water with a bag of powdered milk with a bit of additives. You mix that together, I'm exposing everything. You mix that together, you put it in the machine, and you got 50 serves. You can serve like 1,000 people in like just a day, just like that.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Biggest scam of the whole life, guys. I'm telling you right now. You're getting milk, you're getting water, and you're mixing
Never
it together.
Never
Fucked
trust
up,
ice
man.
cream, man.
Never trust
So
ice cream,
cheap.
man.
It's so cheap. When he tells you he's not making money, he's lying to you. He's making money. He's making all your money.
He's making bank. All right. We'll
Go.
do the 3 questions we asked on our podcast.
Ooh.
Ask them as quick as you want. So first question, what are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for? Honestly, look at my back wall over there.
Yeah.
That's everyone who's come and supported me.
Wow.
So the whole wall there's all signed up well. And every day I'm like, man, I got so many like good friends.
Yeah.
People come from so far away, and they always come and they support, which is great. Alhamdulillah. So yeah, so probably the community and the network that come and they support you and they say hey, they help you out here and there.
Yeah.
That as well. Shout out to my girlfriend as well if you're watching this. She's helped me a lot from the side as well. She was here building the trailer with me.
Wow.
If you rip apart the actual wall, you see a signature on the back wall. So she was there from the start. Yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. Friends and my girl.
Second question, what have you realized?
What have I realized? I don't know if this is relatable, but my goals are quite big, I'd say. So I'm looking to make at least 300 million, even a billion.
Yeah.
But it is known that the average millionaire goes broke 3 or 4 times. So I realized that eventually I'm going to go broke. And because of that, Alex Hormozi always says season of learning, season of earning.
Yeah.
When you're young, it's season of learning.
Yeah.
Learn as much as you can, spend all your money on learning. And when you're maybe 30 or 40, season of earning, start earning from then on. So I realized I'm going to go broke eventually.
Yeah.
I might as well learn as much as I can, take whatever risks I can take until then, and then grow from there.
Sheesh, you're
So-
22, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
Next
Damn.
question. Next question.
Next question, final question. What is the question you ask yourself?
This is actually back to Alex Hormozi. I fucking love Alex Hormozi. Shout out to his podcast. You're probably not watching it, but you've done a lot for me.
Amazing, yeah.
He had this episode called Eye of the Tiger. And the question is, how bad do you want it? And it's always about, he has this thing called gym launch. Imran, are they done yet? 40 seconds, like 40
40
minutes.
seconds.
All right, it's called Eye of the Tiger. It's called How Bad Do You Want It. He has this thing called Gym Launch, where you sign up and it's guaranteed that your gym is gonna get an extra 250 grand in sales by the end of the year.
Wow.
Provided you do the work he tells you to do.
Yeah.
And he says that a lot of people balk at that. They're like, fuck, now I know how to do it. The question is, how bad do I want that success that I always talk about? So I'm always thinking to myself, how bad do I really want the goals that I set for
Beautiful.
myself? And how bad do I really want to achieve them? Just be on my fucking past 2 months. How bad do I want it?
I've got one more
There you go.
question
I got
for you.
waffles to make. One more.
One more.
Go.
Gravitas, how did your balls get so big?
It's too heavy, man.
I guess it's how bad I want it.
Yes, sir.
How bad I want it. Take the risk that
How
you
bad
need,
do you
learn
want
what
it?
you need. How bad do I want my waffles are cooked, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you
time.
so much, Yusuf.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
This is cool. I like it.
Legend.
Maybe we should come on the podcast, bro.
I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna share it on my story when I see the episode.
Dude, amazing. Thank you, brother. Wow.
There you go, man. Damn, we've got to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he.
Yeah, I guess he was, right? But, you know, it's
That's
just,
the question.
That's
How
the question.
bad do you
how
want
bad
it?
do you want it? Right.
Can we do a design?
How bad do you want it?
I don't know. What do you want? What's your flavor of design these days? Well,
Right now, I think I am experimenting and exploring. That's where the phase I'm in, right? It's like what he said. There's the season of learning and then the season of earning, right? I think I'm in that season of learning, and in order to learn, you got to explore.
yeah.
You got to find things to discover,
Yep.
right? So getting out of my comfort zone, like the way I designed those posts with the apparel, that's completely different to what I do usually,
Yeah.
right? And it ended up working out. So I think one thing I've learned from my boss working at the startup was to just copy shit, look at
Yeah.
it, be inspired,
Yeah.
and replicate it, and you'll find your own style, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. I explored, I found something I liked, wanted to replicate it for us, and made it for ourselves, the style. So right now, yeah, I think I'm just exploring different avenues of design and creativity. That's
Yeah.
why I'm getting into
Yeah.
the videos as well, because that's something I love doing. I love doing videos. I love taking photos. I bring my camera everywhere now because I saw this post that my friend shared. Is one of the best ways to get better at your camera is to just shoot things that you think look cool.
Yeah.
And if you think it looks cool, just fucking shoot it. And it'll just turn into your own art, own creativity.
That's how I started, man.
That's how it started, right? It
You
started
just
with
think,
that
just
dream.
create something and like, oh, this is gonna look cool.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not even the intention of just putting it out there. It's just like, I'll create something because it looks cool.
exactly. Because it looks
Yeah.
cool. It looks cool to me. It looks cool. If it looks cool to you, that means you're the person that I am trying to attract. If
Yeah.
it doesn't look cool to you, this is not for you.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's the way it goes.
Very true.
But yeah, what do you guys think of TISIRI?
So good, man. So
What?
good. I demolished that thing
Yeah,
so
bro.
quickly.
We demolished it without
This
even.
stuff is addictive. There were times when the first time I came here, I was dreaming about these chips for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had to stop myself from going here because it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's so tasty, it's so
Yeah.
flavorful.
I was scared we weren't gonna finish it, but like we smashed
No,
the
we smashed
was
it
it
all.
lemon chips.
Yeah, this is easy to eat.
My
It's
god.
easy to eat.
My god.
So easy to eat.
Reckon we can get Abdul here?
Huh?
Abdul,
Abdul, hey.
Abdul, hey,
to come here?
you wanna get him?
Speak to him for a bit.
Yeah. If he's free. Because he's got customers as
Busy
well.
man.
He's a busy, busy boy.
Busy man.
No, but yeah, as I was describing with this roll, it's the H's chicken sub.
What'd you
Yeah,
think? How
super
was that?
filling.
Super filling, right?
I'd get it again. I'll eat it again for sure.
100%.
I'd come back for this.
Devoured it. Devoured
Dude,
it.
I would come back for that. I would come back for that.
Yeah, I'd come back for that for this.
I'm yet to try that. I think I had the same chicken as that on this.
Yeah.
Just without the roll.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
but-
spicy? Was it
So
spicy
flavorful.
one?
Not spicy.
Not spicy.
No. Is that all spicy? Maybe Asian and Middle Eastern spices are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I use my dad's chilies, I always like sweat out of my head.
Dude, this is cool. Talking over food. I think we should do it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chef Fred, yo.
Chef Fred. Chef Fred, let's do it. Did you see you saw the group chat as well,
I
right?
saw it at the start, yeah, because I downloaded Instagram
Yeah.
just so I could respond to Andy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then I'm like,
Wait, Andy?
I don't need this here. Andy True.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Uh.
Yeah.
And then I saw that, I'm like, a bit of banter. I was sitting on
Yeah.
the toilet.
So his idea is he wants us to produce a cooking show where it's pretty much what we did with the podcast, right?
Let's do it. This is
Yeah,
exactly what we
this
need.
is exactly
I
what we
wanted
need.
to move on from the podcast. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we got a lot of cool things coming our way.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt
know.
that at all.
And I think this is like the place where I kind of want it to be. We're helping elevate each other.
Yeah.
We're rising together.
Ah.
We're doing stuff that's like fun and enjoyable. Yeah, I think this is what drives me every day.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yeah.
when I wake up, it's like, fuck, I'm so fucking lucky because I get to work on what I love to do.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking privilege, right? And it's something I'm so grateful for, and I'll continue to be grateful for, because how many people really get to pursue their dreams, right? How many people get to do what they want to do in their life,
Yeah.
right? And I'll always come back to that, you know, that guy, the Bill Burr, when he spoke about the $8 an hour. He was earning $8 an hour, but he would come home and he's dancing, laughing, enjoying himself, and his girlfriend was like, you know, I wish I could find a job that pays me $8 an hour so I can come home that happy, right? So I think that hearing that was just like, fuck, that's what I'm doing right now. It might be less than $8 an hour, but
Yeah.
the joy and the privilege to do it is just surreal. So let's fucking go, man. Like, let's get shit going. Let's get shit rolling. Like, let's fucking rise up. Let's fucking rise together, right? Like, I'm so fucking pumped. I'm so pumped when we get to talk about this, when we get to meet people and talk about what we do, when we get to hear people's
100%,
stories.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
Although I'm cognizant of my energy levels, I'm so fucking happy and grateful that I get to do this as well,
Dude,
right?
it's fucking amazing.
Like, that we could just put our energy into something, into a pile of magical goo,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, all right, Jasper's got more time, so he's adding more goo into the magical pile. I'm just like, I've got a bit of sprinkles here and there.
Every day, you're not gonna have the same amount of energy you had yesterday.
True.
You might be able, really feeling 10%, but if you can only put 10% in, and you're putting complete 10% in reality, you're actually putting 100% in, right? So it's just about like, even just doing like, what can I do today? If I can just write one topic for someone to make a content for, that is huge, right? To be like, oh, just go on ChatGPT, be like, oh, what's one topic I can talk about to blah, blah, blah. Or even think of yourself, what's a topic that I can tell Gerald to kind of create for himself, right? And it's just doing small things, because those small things end up being compounding to fucking huge shit. So
Yeah.
dude, like you say, you only put in sprinkles, but you put in a lot more than sprinkles. So fucking keep going, man.
It feels like
going.
sprinkles.
It might feel like sprinkles, but it's not. Like, dude, because of the stuff that you do, you talk about, and you pointing out the snippets for me to cut, that puts alleviates a lot of like energy for me.
Yeah. I can keep doing that. That's fine. Yeah.
Right?
And I will keep doing it because those two examples were like great.
Yeah.
They were great. They were magical moments.
Yeah. I had to chop it up because it was about 3 minutes. I had to try to chop it up to like 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Right.
Because it was quite long. But yeah, I'll do my best to try to keep all the important stuff in.
Yeah, that was a long run.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty cool, that story. I do want to cut and share maybe it's a YouTube.
Maybe it's a YouTube.
Yeah.
Even just a horizontal YouTube video itself.
Full end to end.
Yeah, end to end.
That's it.
And I can do that, yeah.
But we have so many guests that drop gems in there.
We have 57 episodes of gems.
We haven't even cut Kevin Kopecki.
Yeah.
His one was gold.
Yeah,
We were
true.
gold.
straight up. The TISIRI boys as well.
Yeah.
Their podcast was great.
Yeah.
And this is only the beginning, right?
It is.
There's
It
so
is.
much more.
It's only the beginning.
So much more. This day and age, everybody's got a voice.
Yeah, everyone's got a
Right.
voice.
And we all have the agencies to start using our voice. And so look, everyone's got a podcast. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're speaking to interesting people. They're spreading the views of how they want to see the world.
Yeah.
Or they're just talking shit and having
Oh,
a
they're
laugh.
just talking shit.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or we're just talking amongst ourselves. It's like the boys' therapy.
Yeah.
And then the brother comes along and he just shares an inspirational story
Just hits us with
Just
this
like that.
about
crazy story.
no, but it's all related, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about going all in, and the question is, how much do you want it?
Exactly. And that's the question we all need to ask, right? How much,
badly
how
do you want
bad
it?
do you want it? Right? Are you willing to be disliked? Are you willing to have the courage to be disliked and the strength to,
Show us your tiger, bro.
Huh?
Show the camera
Show
the
the tiger,
tiger.
man. Tiger, bro.
I think I say show us your tat.
Show us your tatas.
Oh. Well, yeah, you want to see my nipples. They're cold, man. They're cold, so they're hard. But yeah, I think I love that, right?
That way. Simpsons. They're in Brazil.
Oh, no.
Is that with the things that go like that?
tassels.
The tassels. The tassels.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, which way did they go? That way.
Jones, edit that.
Did the Japanese blur?
Make it massive.
But yeah, I think.
Hey, we should do that for fun. Just like put blurs.
Yeah, you should put blurs in there. Why not? That was funny.
It's just everyone just have a blur. What was happening?
You should put a blur when the snippets have your legs and whatnot.
Yeah, we should. If I'm looking down, just blur it out, and just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Like I think at this point in time, let's just experiment and have fun.
Have fun with
And
it.
then once
Yeah.
we find a winning formula, and then something that we can repeat, but
Yeah.
repeat with joy as well. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Finding the
There's
joy in
no
it,
point.
man.
There's no point just like forcing it.
Yeah.
I reckon
Yeah.
finding the grooves.
Yeah.
And we found the groove with the podcast, but at the same time, I don't know how to describe it. I think it's just the energy level because I really want to go out and continue to
Yeah.
share these stories. Like, I really do. I truly do.
Yeah.
But I think it's to be able to hold the space to give the guests the space to share their story. It takes
Takes a lot of energy.
energy.
And it takes a lot out of you as well.
But that's one thing I've realized.
Yeah.
Like we went solid for
A month? 2 months?
I think 2 months.
Yeah,
That's
2 months.
like 10 episodes, and that's a season, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think next time we do it, we plan in advance,
Yeah.
like 10 episodes,
Yeah.
and then we'll go on a run,
Yeah. And
And
take a
then-
break.
and then take a break. But because I did it with the forms, on the pre-guest forms to get them to fill in information.
Yeah.
Level Asian do like a briefing call
Right.
for the
Yeah.
guest.
Yeah.
So I think that's a better idea.
An initial call.
Yeah.
Just a call, jump on 30 minutes. Everybody's got 30 minutes,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
And it's also, it kind of breaks the ice for the conversation as
Yeah.
opposed to just meeting them on the day as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, for you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So, yeah, look, we're experimenting, we're exploring, we're finding things out, finding what works and what we can take away.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Guys up for some waffles? You can
Smells
smell
good.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
smells good. Yeah, let's get some waffles, man. Why
We'll
not?
wait for those guys to
Yeah.
reach out.
Paise piece. Come on, someone take it.
I'm good.
Paise, take it.
What's Paise?
Paise is the shy piece in Malaysian. It's what they say. You know, in like Filipino culture, they're like,
Don't be shy."
Don't be shy, take the last
Yeah.
piece. So that's the
Like
Paise
Harvey's.
piece. Yeah, all yours.
Harvey's.
Every time
all yours.
that don't be shy thing happens, I'm like, I'm so full already. Right?
Yeah, I'm so-
I'm not shy.
I'm shy, man. I'm full.
All right.
Take it, bro. Take it. All
be
yours.
shy,
All yours.
Don't be shy. I'm stuffed, but I could always find space.
Because I know if I'm gonna eat
Try with
waffles,
the
I want to
sauce.
give space for waffles too.
Yeah. This past like month or two has been a focus a lot on the apparel.
Yes.
And then maybe now we need to go back to like, all right, how do we get back to the messaging, and how do we get back to doing more snippets or?
But the job's not done yet for the apparel.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, should we commit to a like drops only? I know how
What do you mean by that?
no re-releases.
Oh, right. Yeah,
It's like
I
what
think
Bobby
that's what
100 talked about, right? Like
Yeah.
once
But-
it's gone, it's gone. So
gone.
I think this is the last time for the Tiger. Because I was talking to Will yesterday, and he's like, man, I was a bit disappointed with your last drop. I was like, oh, why? It's like, oh, you guys released a Tiger again, you know? And I was like, yeah, makes sense. But at the same time, I was thinking, like, the reason why we had to do that drop is because we were so short on time. And it was just the quickest thing to do. But also, it gave people who are newcomers to our brand
Yeah.
an opportunity to get it.
Yeah.
But I think this is the very last time we release the Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's done.
So if you're listening to this, the Tiger is the last drop. So get your Tiger
Get
stuff
it now.
now.
Or never, ever.
Never,
again.
ever,
No,
ever
the
again.
hundreds really, it made sense. Have you listened to the whole thing?
Not yet. I'm probably like halfway.
But the thing with the drop is that it values early comers.
Yeah.
Right? And if they want it, they got to get it because it's not going to come back.
Yeah, true.
And most people do drops these days.
Exactly.
Not
Yeah.
that is what we should be following, but I like the theory and the concept of if you want it, get it
Yeah.
because this is it. You know?
Exactly. This is
Yeah.
it.
This is it.
Um,
And it pushes you to be more creative because you got to do
Exactly.
more as well.
Exactly. So, yeah, I have some ideas of what I want to do next. Haven't designed it yet, so I'm keeping it close to my chest until I have something to show you guys.
Gerald's gonna cream his pants.
Better put the blur on there, man.
I feel so warm now.
Like the blur turns white.
On the floor.
Dirty boys, dirty. This is PG, man.
Dumb boy jokes.
Yes. Boys will be boys, man.
Guest appearance.
What's the time? Because like, it's still a lot of activity, huh?
8:16.
Oh, because it's 8:16.
Yeah.
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 I'm saying like, yeah, it's pretty consistent
Yeah.
in terms of people coming in and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shall we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Let's take some footage of these guys.
Yeah, let's do that.
Promote their brand and stuff. But yeah, this was a cool catch up. I think we should do
Yeah.
these every now and like maybe once a quarter,
Yeah.
just to kind of
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
up, review, and just like chat.
We have our weekly anyway, but
Yeah.
like, it doesn't have to be recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some guests, like Ted. Ted's the next one.
Yeah, we're meeting up with Ted. We should like,
Let me shoot him
Yeah.
another message.
and maybe we could do the next launch could be a collab with him.
I would love to collab, and he
Yeah.
would love to collab.
Yeah.
with us.
So I'll be sick. But anyway, that's it. Let's go. Peace.